Alright. If you're watching this, then there's something I'm gonna have to tell you. This is very important, so I'd ask you to listen really closely. So, just about a day ago I got exposed by a user under the name of J_Z123045 for impersonating the developer of this fan game because my account was only created around 2 days ago at this point, apparently, and yeah, it seems to be a really bad thing. Well, I guess it's best I apologize for what I did, so I am now trying to help the actual developer to get their fan game noticed even more by recording this playthrough video and possibly even revealing some cool stuff regarding its development backstory. Like, you can't expect me not to know stuff about my own, yeah, I mean, this developer's fan game, yeah, right? Well, okay. Yes, I published the trailer for this fan game and it got featured in this Game Banana page, but that doesn't mean anything, okay? Don't discredit the person who exposed me. I just do what I gotta do not to face any problems. Yeah? There is no self-promotion going on. Surely. This is already weird enough, yet I'm doing this for the greater good. Just trust me on that. Trust me and, J_Z123045. Awesome. Well, if I recall correctly, it all started when I finally got my hands on a decompile of all these basics, as you probably have expected. The first idea that came to me was to make a voice line randomizer mod, you know, like Half-Life Haphazard, or something like that. And, I might actually make it one day, or the real developer might, as well. The point is, I ended up adding a lot of extra unnecessary stuff to that decompile, like some extra level geometry and footstep sounds, which you can now hear in this fan game, by the way, just as they were back then. It ended up being a slightly bigger overhaul of the original Baldi's Basics than I anticipated when I literally just wanted a randomizer mod. But that was when I stopped working on it completely and made a very creepy reskin of Baldi because I thought I might make a horror mod one day. The next year was when 1999.exe, one of my favorite Baldi horror mods, somehow started showing up on YouTube again, to the near fully predict the concept of the laboratory floor added in the 0.10 update of Baldi's Basics Plus. It was rather inspiring, so I was already set to make my own full-on fan game before I even finished my studies. I now generally have too much experience in the Unity game engine to use a pre-made decompile, which I was too lazy to get anyway, so I just recreated everything the original game had in a fresh Unity project. Well, almost everything. And it wasn't me. Remember? It was the real developer, we call him. Before he actually made the fan game fun to play with all the new mechanics, I had plans on making it look a lot more gross. Not anymore though, as you could probably tell. Quick time events and encrypted secret messages were also a matter of my thought. However, I couldn't find any good places to put those, and started to get concerned if they'd make any sort of sense anyway. On the other hand, some of the crazy ideas I came up with during the development of this fan game I refused to make use of because I thought they were too good and that it was best to save them for a bigger project. I think that about sums it up for now, as I don't really want to spoil anything, and the actual developer would probably not like that either. So, yes, I'm just going to continue on with my playthrough now. It could play a good role in my apology because, like I said, I'm trying to help the developer get their game seen, and then a user under the name of LE-T, sorry if I butchered that by accident, who was one of the first people who played it and whose video I greatly enjoyed, said they could promote those. Well, I suppose, since I'm not the developer, anymore. I mean, in general, don't mind if I do. Please. In any case, the development of this game had quite a therapeutic effect on me. It took a rather long time to get used to the creepy stuff, but then I suddenly had a dream that BG Mike played this game, which I, and probably even the developer, are looking forward to, and didn't get scared even a bit. Well, at least he enjoyed the sights, that's what I'm happy about. Really glad he praised it. I'm not even kidding, that actually happened. Coming back to reality, I want to thank everyone who played this game and sent feedback within this short period of time, in a game dev sense. Especially content creators, those being bald_guy, li-t again, S-Series Gaming, JABP, Seanify of course. I don't think I would have gotten exposed without his video. But even otherwise, you guys still made my day, and again, sorry if I butchered any of the names, I really didn't mean to do that. It looks like I'm going to wrap it up soon. I'm getting really close to the final stretch of this fan game, which I can't really afford to show, though there is another ending, and you're going to have to figure this one out. If there aren't enough clues given, I'm sure the game will offer more in the next updates, because those are planned. I do know that. Somehow. Maintenance patches are coming, as well as a Mac OS port, because one guy asked for it. I can't enlighten you much on mobile ports. Those are technically possible, but I'm gonna have to think of performance a lot. But you could notice that the entire game is just one huge processed level. Now, I didn't leave it at that, of course, even for PCs. Some optimization measures have been taken, so it's a little less not fun for our GPUs. At last, I want to ask anyone who sees this to help me find the real developer man. The one whose account wasn't created 2 days ago. The one who's actually made this fan game, and if it has just occurred to be myself all along, I'd kindly give you some advice now that I've learned my lesson. And it is that before you try to screw with someone, think if it could be of any potential benefit for them first, not yourself. Yet. Until then, see ya.